initiating rage process.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the room. Final one for the week. And it's definitely a pleasure to be here with you again to share on this lovely Thursday, October 24th, the day before the holiday. And of course, thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union, for powering up our morning again. And happy Thursday. Yep, happy day. The only thing moving tonight instead of the aquarium. Yeah, it's gonna be good. They've renovated and I love the new look, more space and more comfort. So come early because you're gonna get music tales from the crates. Remember the days when DJ Men used to go to parties with the case, right? The crates with their records, their vinyl stacked in them. Listen, DJs these days, y'all and ish because if you've never experienced that, imagine for DJ to be, you should be feeling proud to have experienced both sides of the fence of the coin, both eras, from the vinyl to the CDs to now just put your laptop on your back. Man, remember, man, I used to go by base level to party. I would wait for them DJ and they fried them for 4 or 5 fellas coming upstairs with them crates. So imagine you have 4 DJs a night and have on 5, 6 crates of vinyl records, and then you have to bring up the big speaker boxes. And they had their where's Troy when you need him? He had cruise away when you were. Remember those days when they had the little band thingy load up with the speakers and the crates with the vinyls in them. Yeah. Now y'all just go online, download a song, and put it in. You load up your Serato, and everybody going back to back. And you know what's funny? It's easier now, but you would think it'd make more of a difference because back then you had to sit and select your records, go through your vinyl, and you never heard the DJs playing the same songs back to back to back. Every song came was a different energy. It's like when a song came on, you knew it was not gonna be like the song before, and they had to go play those records, go find them. But now that it's easier, some of you just be playing the fool. But if you want good music from that era and good mixing tonight, I say no more on that. Anywho's, good morning, Karina. Good morning. What she want now? I forget what she come in and say. Let me get ready. Today is today is graduation for Time CC, right? You're supposed to be busy with Kayla, but not be messaging me what time we roll in later. We. What we? I roll in for myself because when I leave, you want to end, always want to end fit. I want to go for this. I can bring you go, but I'm not promising to bring you back because you never want to leave before the last song drop. And I want to go home. I want the Jew fall on me anymore. I get too old for Jew to fall on me. So I'm bringing you, but you find your way back. But what time we roll in? Go mind your business. Morning, Kadida. Morning, Makisha. Morning, Shante. Thanks for the time out to come do your job. Good morning, Marianne. Linda. Good morning, Luke. What's Auntie Runes? Move from here. Morning, everybody. John, you don't go nowhere. I've never seen you like in a feta party. John, all you do is work, go home, sleep, and go back up in the hospital. You know, like party, go to a little big people fete. Tonight is about big people music. Come out tonight and then you work nights. I'm sorry, I could never be a nurse. I applaud nurses and doctors and people who work on those of the health of you don't have to work. I can't do it. I really can't. Yeah, cut out for those things. I'm sorry. Hey Lisa, good morning. Hope you're getting some much needed rest. Good morning. Lydia, good morning. Ventress, Anthony Thomas, Rodney, good morning. Jillian, morning. Morning to my viewers on YouTube, my listeners on radio 95.1, 95.3, or you're listening online. Welcome to the show. Naya, good morning. Thanks so much, Shante, because I can't take Naya time. I know how Naya could want to appoint herself to do anything in this room. Like Maria gone to the dogs, I swear. Preston, good morning. Preston, are you coming to Tears tonight? I don't think I've ever seen you at a Tears party. Are you coming? Morning, Jay. Morning, Anika. Morning. Oh gosh, stay right here. Don't move. This thing keeps falling out from the back of my phone. The thing to hold it up. Ingrid, good morning. Morning, Kizzy. Kizzy, you're another one, sir. If you don't go nowhere. Are you bored? Morning, Ellen. Morning, Alicia. Akeem. Morning. Jackson, nothing today, Akeem. Line boy, you ain't picking up GIS for me at all, no matter what I have going on over here. One GIS on your gone. Morning, 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 Petlin. Sonia, good morning. Richie, good morning. Terrence Wells, good morning. Terrence, we are outside tonight. The first drink's on you. The second drink is on Raj Dakai. Don says I'm tired. I work past tonight. I'm off tonight, and I would love to come, but I swear I might sleep. You could just come for an hour or two. You don't have to be there for the whole night. You could rest tonight. After morning, Ambika. Ambika, you coming down? I know you're usually at all our events. Hope you're coming down. Morning, Andrea. Morning, Alexandra. Sweet cakes, pick up yourself, and everybody else coming in the room. Welcome to the show. Nice of you to join us. All right. And as you guys come in, please tag, please share. Hold on, guys. I need to do this. Yeah. So as you guys come in the room, please share, please share, please share, because I really want to have this conversation today. You know, tomorrow is the 25th, and of course, it's a holiday. But I'm confused about the holiday. But first, I made a post yesterday and I didn't realize so many of you had the same thing happen. Listen, yesterday I went home and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do some hard food. There's this thing that I found in the UK, some mackerel fillet thingy already like almost cooked, so you don't have to soak it like the one we have here, soak and boil. It's ready to cook, ready to, you know, the way you would do like saltfish or you would do your mackerel, you just mix it up and you're good to go. So I did that, some hard food, and I had a avocado I was aiming, I bought since Friday gone, and yesterday it finally ripe. You know, I'm not good at choosing avocados at all. And the man who told me it'll be ripe by Sunday, just in time for Sunday food. So yeah, I'm like, all right, nice. Lo and behold, Sunday I squeeze it nothing, hard as rock. And yesterday I finally saw it. Okay, it felt like it ready. So I put it out and I'm ready. I'm like, let me eat my food and we ready to go. Sit down, eat the whole plate of food and forget to eat the avocado. When you finish eating, remember you have avocado to eat. Yo, juke me, you couldn't get some blood. I swear, it's not the first time. It always happens. Like you monitor your avocado to eat, and then when it's finally time to eat it, you eat the food and forget to eat it. Like how? Like how? I'm not feeling this old age thingy at all. I'm not feeling this old age thingy because I put it right on the counter where I'm gonna see it, like right pear, Wendy avocado, pear, whatever. I put it right there, so I would see it. I don't know how. I don't know, maybe I was hungry. I don't know. How you pass it straight and go eat the whole plate of food, and when as I put the last bit of food in my mouth, I'm like, but wait, this is so much chest I too much. Zabuka. I'm like how? Gosh, I can see in front of me. I can see. I just can't read, but I can see. I can't read without my glasses, but I can see. That makes no sense. And then I just posted it, and the amount of people who I saw commenting saying that happens to them all the time, I feel better. So it's not a matter of age. It's just the Zabuka make you remember what you're supposed to remember. So next time, Anushka, morning. I'm gonna take your advice and set a reminder in my phone. A&R Spices in Brooklyn. Good morning, Andy Forrest. Big up yourself. Yeah, when you, I don't know, it happens all the time. Hungry or no hungry, it happens all the time. Preston, what do you mean that thing look good to eat? You don't like, you don't like pear? You don't like avocado? You don't like zabuka? Listen, something is wrong with you. I have problems with people who don't like pay. What did peer do to you? What is going on in your life? I eat pear with anything: soup, dry food, bread, pear, and put bread, mash it up and put it in bread. And I was introduced to smoothie. To like when it gets soft, instead of throwing it away, you can make a smoothie with it, and it is so good. You know, it is so good. So I next time to your mouth. No, it's so good. So I got some recipes from that post that I'm gonna try. Pear and rice. Listen, pear and soup, pear and everything. I have a problem with people who don't like avocado. Yeah, it is good fat. It tastes better in soup. Listen, you never make a good soup. Any soup, sweet pea soup, pumpkin soup, beef soup, chicken soup, fish soup, whatever soup. And you cut up some avocado and you put in that, especially the sticky sweet ones. Yeah. Anyways, how did we get there? So I have two posts, one on my page and then one that I something I heard this morning, and I'm like, I want to highlight. And there are some mature people on the. How many of you were? How old were some of you um during the the invasion on October 25th? What do you call it? Operation Urgent Fury. I'm trying to understand the rationale behind Thanksgiving Day on a day that was. What was it to give thanks about? I am so confused about, like, every year I am more confused. No matter how many, because Wikipedia, Google, there's so much information out there, but everything seems to be all over the place. It's not cohesive. It's one story on this side, another story on that side. I go to YouTube, I listen to videos, I listen to clips, and I still am not in a better place understanding the United States invasion. And I really hope and pray that it is something we will give priority to in terms of just how we doing town hall meetings and we doing lives and what have you. People, what is it about people who know about these things? Why aren't they in the forefront speaking on it? It's like the best kept secret, the best kept public secret, something that happened for everybody to see. It's still a secret to so many. That is when we see what last week we had the conversation and about people not getting involved and people, young people not being interested in Heroes Day and all of that, um, because they don't know. And there are some people who are saying, well, if you wanted to know, you would, take on your own. I've done that. I've read practically every bit of material I can find on it, and I have no clear understanding up to this day. So I can vaguely remember hearing the sound of helicopters, and I remember ration. I remember we getting peanut butter and some green packets and crackers. It's vague. I remember those things, and I remember seeing men with the helmets, the and on their head, and I remember hearing helicopters flying low. And all we were being told was to stay inside. Everybody stay inside. Do not go outside. I think I probably was like 8 years old, like no 6, 7. Let me see. Yeah, I was like 6 years old, and it happened on October 25th, 1983, hence our Thanksgiving Day holiday tomorrow. And like I said, it basically commemorates the freeing of several political prisoners who were, subsequently elected to office. And I think in 2000, some Truth and Reconciliation Commission was launched to re-examine some of the controversies of that period in the 80s. And they also made some unsuccessful attempt to locate the remains of Maurice Bishop's body, which they say had been disposed and never found. I was listening to another program this morning, and I heard someone say, "Here's someone who was soldier, right? So soldiers were nice." I heard someone say in Someone said on another program this morning I was listening to, the person said, and I made it a point to write because I'm like, I want to quote it exactly and to get some of you who probably was around them time and was have more information. Um, so I used to eat the ration and sugar and all. Children used to eat everything. Someone said on the program this morning, Morris Bishop was the first terrorist in the Caribbean. He terrorized Grenadians. I don't understand. That's what the person who called in on a program this morning said. Morris Bishop was the first terrorist in the Caribbean. He terrorized Grenadians, and there are people who making him out to be some sort of hero when in fact he was the opposite. Andre, you heard that comment, right? So you see, okay, so I'm not lying. I heard it, and I'm like, I immediately grabbed my phone and my notes, and I'm like, let me write this. I don't want to forget. I don't want to misquote the person. They said, and I quote again, Morris Bishop was the first terrorist in the Caribbean. He terrorized Grenadians. So maybe somebody could call in and share topics for 80s kids. Akeem, when you were born, Spice Princess says, no, he was not in my view. Because that's what I mean when I say that based on who you speak to, you get so much conflicting that you leave, instead of being enlightened, you leave confused. Hence, my topic this morning is confused. Because that I thought I had an understanding of the situation based on all what I read and blah, blah, blah. But then when I heard the person say that this morning, I'm like, okay, what is it now? Prestonson, who is a hero for me, might be a bad man for another. So that is why I put the topic as confused, because that just everything that I thought I understood and everything I thought I knew, it just had me now like, what does that even mean? Like, he was a terrorist and he terrorized Grenadians. Hold on, Eli Moss. Okay, here's the person. Eli Moss, come on. I didn't even see you calling me. Hold on, let me call you back. I need to get your take on this. Um, guys, the phone line is active. You can call me too. 440. Eli Moss,
Hello.
you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
All right. Well, you're a good person to talk to because I know you're a child of the revolution. Talk to me about this
Yes.
this topic.
I'm a child of the revolution and I will make it quick and I'm giving you my honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I also want your audience to know I was in Form 1 in SAS when the Belma girl came and get us to go and demonstrate. I was in the demonstration. I was up at Maurice house when we free him.
So wait, hold on. So you was in class, and you leave the class and went with who?
With the demonstrators, not me alone, me and many other students.
Okay.
They left the Belma girl,
Mhm.
Gemma or something.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
she came and get us in SAS. My first subject that morning was maths. Mr. Cook, may his soul rest in peace. And she came and get us with a tie around her waist singing B for Bishop, B for Better Men, C for Code, C for Communist. No Morris, no school. We took the PTS, we drive over the hills, we went to St. George's. I was in a demonstration. I went with the crowd at Morris House. We break down the gate. After when they free Morris, I was there when them soldiers was firing bullets in the air to get us away. They took Morris out from the house and they bring him in town. They take him out from a big truck, put him in a vehicle, and they go on the foot. I was at the market waiting together with Mr. Bain, Peter Bain and them father.
Mhm.
Yes, I was there with Mr. Bain and all of them. Then they went up. The only thing white man you heard about him, I was
Yes.
there with him. And then something tell me to go up on the foot. When I went up on the foot, something tell me get out of here. My mother was a Baptist. And most time I'd have stopped to me, said, something tell me get out of here. As I turn around, bullets start to fire. The rest was history. But what I will mention to you, I just tell you that so people could understood
Mhm.
that, what took place. What I could tell you, this thing about Morris Bishop was a terrorist and the terrorized Grenadian, that is not true, Aruna.
Mhm.
When they overthrew Gary, one person gets shot. during the overthrow. And he's one of the top policemen through Gary Rights that didn't want to give up. Yes, sure. What the revolution did wrong, they locked up people. Once you talk about the revolution, you see how you could pass something government and say, oh, I don't like how NDC going, or I don't like how NMP going. During the revolution, once you start talking about it, they call you counter-revolution and they lock you up. They locked up about 3,000 people without a trial. People like Kenny Lalston, Tillman Thomas, you know, just to name a few. It's a lot of them, and that is why they're still angry. They lock them up without a trial. Once you talk bad about the revolution, they lock you up. It's when the American came, that's when the American freed you. That's the biggest mistake the rebel make. That is why the place is so confused when people do glorify it. They don't glorify Morris. Morris was the prime minister, and them soldiers laughed. Just like when Gary was there, the Mongoose gang used to beat people. And a lot of people say, well, Gary was the head, but wasn't he? He had a group that used to do it. You know, like sometimes when you're the principal of a school, you don't overlook everything. I don't justify not. So the both side make mistakes. But Morris was a loving man. He was a nice man. Grenadians wasn't seeing trouble over it. Just that they wanted to talk about the revolution. They laughed it up, and that was the biggest mistake they made. Right? So he wasn't a terrorist like your man. So why do you think people want to demonstrate? That's the biggest mistake the Central Committee making. Well, no, they admit it. We had all of them to stop down to the Bonnet Code with a stock, and that's the biggest mistake they make, putting Morris on the house arrest. Once they put in the country, just, you know, erupt and things get out of hand. So I just tell you that to tell you about he was no terrorist. Who didn't like him, like him. Who didn't like him, didn't like him. But I will repeat again before I go. The mistake the rebel make, all of them, that's the lack of people without a trial. Yes. So that is not true about he was a terrorist. He was a nice man.
Yes. That is your personal experience, so I can't.
Yes, that is my experience. And I almost did it. Because when the police had to fire, I lie down below a big public workshop to survive. And I run out together with a lot of people. You feel like the committee by the name as Zico. Every time I see me, like that. You know Zico?
Yeah, I know Zico.
All right. Me and Zico was there. Me and Zico lie down under the truck together to survive. So every time I go in up by the prison, once I drive up that hill, I flash back on that day. So I could have been one of them. That would have been how much? 6 feet under. Yes, because it was out of hand.
So why we don't talk about these things? Why we don't have more people being more forthright like you?
And in school they want to teach about Christopher Columbus.
Of course, Christopher Columbus. That's the in
that's why the country so confused. Why you think the generation now don't interested in hero days and they don't interested in because it was not wrong, so they don't care.
You know, kind of thing, but Haiti, you know, kind of thing, but you ain't nothing about.
Yes, there was not a wrong, and they don't care because they don't teach them things. And you see, every time that topic come up, it hurt a lot of people because a teacher, a girl tell me once, a teacher started teaching them that in Happy Hill Secondary, and she just break down and start to cry. It was painful, I never thought that glorious revolution would end up like that. It was painful. Yeah, it was painful. I was wrong. I was young, but I was there. I was wrong. As we speak, I have Bonaparte book in my vehicle. I just read it once a free. And me and all of them is friends. Me and all of them just stuck. I used to want to in the prison every Friday after carnival. Me and all of them good. You understand? But what I could tell you, that the killing of Morris was no planned stuff. That day, thing get out of hand. But the biggest mistake they made was putting him under house arrest.
Okay.
Yeah, a loving man like that. Why you put a loving man under house arrest? You're mad.
But not the same loving. Hold on, but the same loving man wasn't putting people in jail for
that's the problem.
Locking up people without trial. So that's why I'm confused because you're saying he's loving on one hand, but on the other hand, he's locking up people for having freedom of speech and democratic.
The revolution overthrew Gary because of corruption, and the Mongoose was beating people, and then when they do us because they lock up 3,000 people and they kill their own. So that's why I tell you politics.
So is that no? We have problems in politics.
No, and listen to me. I know a woman is so bad. A woman was close. I will go in that woman's house and she bomb naked and she running and put her clothes. First way was good, she stopped up to me because of politics. And I was just watching me and a politician running from party to party. Politician running from party to party, and me and you there keeping one another enemy because of politics. because somebody give their opinion. We don't want to talk to them because of politics and politician, running from party to party. And me and you, they keep in one
Really
another.
making confusion.
Now let's say they are play stupid.
All right.
Me
Got
and
you.
everybody good. Me and Persuader, I sing on NMP platform. Me and Persuader was the Grenada day together in Toronto, laughing and having a good. Me and all of them, me and Andal is good. Me and everybody good.
I wish
So
other
who
people
want
had
to
the
keep
same
one another
sentiments.
enemy? That's the business. I have a lot of history towards this thing.
Got you.
Lot
Thanks
of
so
history.
much.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Elimus. I'm confused. Because let me hear what Jared's saying. Everyone will speak from their experiences during the revolution. During the 1979-1983 period, there were good and bad experiences. There were those who benefited from the revolution and others saw hell as detainees. So maybe that's the angle the gentleman was saying, Morris was a terrorist because people got locked up without trial and for speaking out against certain things. 4409595. No, I can't take WhatsApp calls. Either you send a voice note or you call 4409595 to the person who WhatsApp asking. All right, so somebody says, how come Tillman see Bishop as a hero and Bishop had him locked up? Look at another confusion. I'm trying to help out confuse me, only confusing me more. Listen to this question. So how come Tillman see Bishop as a hero when Bishop had him locked up? I don't know, but I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. There's just too many, it's just too many things you have to, it's not clear cut. It's not black or white. It's like a whole bunch of different colors all over the place. And you never get a clear understanding because everybody based on their experience or their feeling, that is what they go with. Andrea says some families really did suffer during that time. That period represents a time of pain and tragedy for some. I see my friend on this live. That time represents a real tough time. I can only imagine how the 25th felt for her and her family and the end of a painful time. I know one person in particular that this time around is very, 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 very tough for him. I need to reach out to him at some point because I know that every time I'm around this time, he's like, Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
One is I was in big part in Siguri guys. I remember my grandmother was saying Siguri. There is a lot of Siguri guys. And he had one man in particular who died now. They cut the balls, they put pepper in it. They did a lot around it. But I don't know for Siguri exactly. He had a bad stain on Siguri. He had a good time and a bad time. My grandmother used to tell us stories about he had to lie down flat in a train. But it had nothing to do with that he go down by the boat or by the gas station now. And jump over that train to the follow and say the picture coming up and when he see the gun. Me and my aunt had to just lie down in the train and then no children could not come outside because it was really hectic, it was really
Yes, I remember that period when we were told not to go outside. No, I couldn't even peep through the window. Just stay inside, curtains drawn, and everybody inside quiet.
And a lot of men of Chelsea body they were still talk about it, but at the end of the day, it was so bad. They were just trying to, and yes, they were just
Cope
trying
with
to
it.
survive. Stand up for what they think was right because they were doing a lot of wrong stuff.
Got you. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Andrew says I have mixed feelings about the time my uncle, editor of the Grenadian Voice, was locked up for years. I remember going to the prison with my aunt to drop off fruits and stuff, depending on how they felt that day. We're really an island of conflict, aren't we? Whenever this time comes around, my grandmother used to be so sad. Just, wish she come and talk about vote GLP to Jackie and I all. You're a cuss, you know. Akeem, how old are you when those things happened? When during the revolution, how old were you? Renee could get Dr. Wendy Grenade to come and share some light on this. She did extensive research for her PhD on this issue. I believe she was on the program. I think she was here with Kareem, if I'm not. I don't think I've ever spoken to her. I think Kareem. Morning. Hello? Morning. You live. Be good, thanks. Yeah, go ahead. We're listening. Yeah, I think you're listening online, so there is a delay. I'm gonna be ahead. So don't ignore me on the either you turn down the volume on your radio or whatever device you're listening to me from, and just speak directly in the phone and listen to my voice via the phone. And you will be fine. Or you can call me direct on 4409595. Okay, that's 4409595. Selvin is saying yes. I'll look into that. Selvin, she did extensive research for her PhD on this issue. I'll definitely look into that. Someone says Uncle Tillman is the same one who named the international airport to Morris Bishop International Airport. Sometimes you forgive and forget. That's true. Yeah, yeah, it was done. Yeah, yeah. So I guess well, he's a forgiving man. Um, Someone says I thought the mass incarceration was due to affiliation with the previous administration. I'm not defending this situation, but it was a chaotic time. Oniga, I'm telling you, that's why I'm confused. And Gabby, you're right. This is why Heroes Day is so controversial, and there's mixed feelings. There's mixed feelings about it. But Akeem says, based on my observations over the years, many of our people never really got healed, and it's still hurting. We really need to start teaching this in school. That I've been saying this for years, but who are the ones going to teach it? If they don't know, what exactly are you teaching? Because those who know, there's missing parts. There's a lot of from the story. That's like you turn a page and it's blank, and then you get to another page and there's words, and then you turn another page. There's just so much missing in between, and it's like those who are directly involved, it's like they have a pact to not say anything much on it. Just we know what we know, who know what they know, you do know what you know, and you don't necessarily have the gathering of all those who are involved, who's still alive and able to speak, saying, okay, you know what, let's have some sort of forum, some sort of something where we can finally come together and speak on what transpired and pass on what we know before we leave this earth. I know the late George Buzan had his book on it as well. And there's a number of other books and other authors and what have you on it, but it just seems as though every year we have this conversation, and just the people who might know what happened, they don't really speak on it. So we always have this problem where we try to find answers and we try to make sense. And then people come up every year, and like this gentleman this morning saying that, Morris Bishop was a terrorist and he terrorized Grenadians. And then there are people who are saying that's not true. That never happened. He was a good person. It's just, it's just really super, super confusing. But at the end of the day, it is a vital part of our history. I think we have a history like no other in the Caribbean, and it's something that we should preserve and not let it go away like we did with Patois. We spoke about the older people, they spoke amongst themselves for us not to understand, and when they died with it. Case in point, St. Lucia. Patois is alive and well in St. Lucia. Old and young, they know how to speak it because they understand the importance of passing it on. Here, we don't understand of passing on things. So when it's gone, it's gone. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. And to me, that is really a sad situation. Roderick says it will take some of those guys who're still alive, if any, to explain exactly what transpired so it can be documented so teachers of the day can teach that part of our history in the schools. My point exactly. But then if they don't know, what exactly are they teaching? If it's not in it's not written, that part is like when they're gone is gone with them, and the few who remain, they remain tight-lipped about it. I really don't understand. um Prescott Cox, how are you? Good morning. Says, I admit that the revolution had shortcomings. However, there was a period of national pride. There was a lot of unity among the masses, and community volunteerism was a thing. Everyone came out to build the community. The Grenada economy was growing faster than its counterparts. Literacy rose to a historical level. Many national organizations like the NYO and NWO. I remember hearing about the NYO. Is that still active? I don't think so. We're very active throughout the country. I remember my mother going to night school because adult literacy was important to the. I'm not seeing the rest of the. You have to scroll down. I'm not seeing the rest of your thing. I guess it was too long to fit into the screen. Um, okay, there it is. Yeah, so many national organizations like the NYO and NWO were very active throughout the country. I remember my mother going to night school because adult literacy was important to the then government. The focus on agriculture was paramount. Mm. I heard a lot of that, that we were really progressive around that time. And there were so many things to do with agriculture and farming and eating what we grow and stuff like that. I could tell you all about the revolution. My mom named me and my brother after the revo. That's what she did that and she knew, but you know nothing about the revolution, Jacqueline. But yeah, you were named after Jacqueline Carr from Morris. Yeah, Morris was named after. Yeah, your mother was really a child of the revolution, boy. So how did Samo come in the picture? So did she leave Samo out after that? Anyway, someone says, all I know, I just love Morris Bishop. He can do no wrong in my eyes. Best prime minister to ever pass through Grenada. And there are a lot of people who share that sentiment, while there are others who share the opposite. So, again, as I said, it depends on who you speak to. Let me play this one before we go. Let me know if you guys are hearing it on the live because sometimes this WhatsApp messages act up. Something here. Hold on. Hold on. It's not drop the back. There. So, thingy, but I'm not hearing it. Okay, I'm gonna have to transfer it. Let me just play it over here. Thingy, but I'm not here. You see, that's what I'm saying. It acts up. It so works sometimes, sometimes it don't. So let me just let me play it over here. Hold on. Let me pull it up over here. It comes through the board sometimes and sometimes it don't. It behaves like certain people I know. Okay, let me play it for you guys over here. Hold on.
Hey, morning there, morning there. I think about it, eh? See the revolution and Morris Bishop we keep talking about? Morris Bishop was part of a group. Morris Bishop wasn't the only one that was making decisions. Morris Bishop was the face of the revolution. You understand? And that's what people seem to be missing. Of course they did wrong things. Who hasn't? Gary do wrong thing, Morris do wrong thing. Central Committee was the one making all the decisions. Morris was just the face of the revolution. You understand? And that's what we as Grenadians fail to understand. Later.
Okay. You guys heard now? I hope so, because it was clear on my end. I hope it did. Many years later, I went to the prison and really lost it due to my experience. Didn't realize I was traumatized from that experience as a child. So there's a lot of people that's walking around traumatized. And this year, and every time around this time of the year, it just brings back memories that are not really good to some people. It's not something that people want to talk about. It's not something people want to deal with. It's a really, really, really sad time for a lot of people. And I guess all we can do is continue to speak on it, and hopefully one day we'll have a better understanding, that is the younger generation, as to what really transpired. Maybe one day we'll be able to openly talk about it, 1983 to now, and still not even close to that. But we can only pray and hope, that one day we will all have a better understanding as to what really and truly transpired around and led up to the revolution, and people who are directly involved can, speak on it. Don says nothing to give thanks about. I often hear that sentiment being echoed by people who were involved, and they say, this time, around this time, they're not sure what they're giving thanks for, and they don't even recognize the day as something to give thanks about. So that's what it is. But nonetheless, a holiday tomorrow. And again, thank you so much, everybody, for chiming in. Thank you for adding your voice to the conversation on the live, for the voice note, the call. Thank you so much. Let me see if we can take this last one. Morning.
Hey, Renee.
Hey, morning.
Listen, man. Let me give you a little bit of my experience of what I know, what happened to me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think I never, ever attempted and never tried to go to United States of America. Even though I have aunties, cousins, everything, it's very easy for me to. I've never liked to enter into that. I can remember a little boy, I was 10, 11, and I was sound asleep. At the time I was staying in Maran, St. John's. My adopted father and my adopted mother and adopted sister. And we just finished watching TV and went to sleep. And all of a sudden, all I hear is blow down. The roof of the house came out, the flooring of the house came out, windows were smashing. And little boy, I scared, I bawling, and all I know, man coming through the roof, man coming through the flooring and gone. All because they thought my adopted father was a Cuban. Because of his complexion and the color of his eyes. And I tell you, they tie us up. I'm a little boy, I tell you, they tie us up like when you go to the bush and pick up wood. They tie us up and throw us in the back of a vehicle and brought us down to the police station in Guava. And I'm sitting there and I'm hearing my adopted father bawling because they're torturing him. Because for some reason, they think he was a Cuban. Eventually, his sister and his brother have to come, and Grace Duncan and them had to come and say, no, family member, he's great, and blah, blah. And listen, I don't know how people could celebrate this. There is for me personally, there is nothing to be thankful for this day. I'm not saying I don't hate no Americans. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate America. But I've ever been traumatized from that day. I've never ever wanted to go to United States of America. I never wanted, because I know what I went through. They had us locked up in a liquor cell, and I hear my adopted father getting blows.
Wow.
You understand? And when I started to cry, they bring us little toys and a ration and game. But I don't want that. So people talking about Morris Bishop and them, but they're not talking about what the invading forces did to the local people who they thought was either Cubans or members of the revolution. And you see, as long as we continue with this one-sided thing and only blame we people and not blaming the people who came in, listen, I don't think they're going to invent this intervention. They commanded Red Grenada. There was no intervention. They commanded Red Grenada, do all the nothing. Most of people I know, young ladies in Guava, who ended up with American children without father, because who was raped and who was abused, who did it willingly, who did it for money. They have a nasty state. They create a nasty state in our country. So this Thanksgiving thing, trust me, I don't see that at all. I don't see this, nothing about this thing to give thanks for. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a good day. See, there we have another side of it again. Whew. Anyways, I gotta go. Thank you so much, everybody, for your contributions. Lots to talk about, lots to think about. But however you choose to spend your day tomorrow, whether it's through reflection, whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's whatever you choose to do, be safe, all right? And don't forget, we came to you through the kind compliments of Beacon Insurance and Western Union. And remember, tonight it's all about Tales from the Crate. So I'll see you guys later. All right. Make sure you come on out and have a good time with us at the Aquarium Restaurant. Until next week, peace.